Oh, there's nothing quite like some post-COD champs drama. What's up, peeps? Welcome back to the channel. Today we talk about Dash Attack, Sir Dashy versus Doug Censor Martin, and a clip for the ages as post-COD champs, a disappointing finish for Optic and many of the teams there, as we saw a couple of upsets. We also saw AI correctly predict COD champs from 7 months ago. It was a wild time, man, and a dominant grand finals I watched from the hotel room in Sweden. It was super fun. And beyond that, though, what's also super fun is when Doug Censor Martin has some words for pro players out there, because you just know that he's stirring it up and they got to respond. This time around, though, he responded, and that being Dashy, and it was not so good for Doug, as he took to a recent episode of the show and had this to say about Dashy, having him not want to play for kills, and surprised that this guy doesn't have a ring yet.
Make sure we clip this because I'm calling out Dashy right now. And I'm calling him out for very specific reasons. I've known Brandon since the very beginning. I've seen this guy, Brandon, play on basically every tailor-made situation he's ever wanted, for the most part. I mean, I'm sure there's some that he didn't, but all I see from Brandon is the embodiment of the Optic gaming culture that Seth always sets. And I have a huge fundamental disagreement with it, and I think Brandon's the biggest issue here. I think that Brandon is always getting everything he wants. I think he's the most straightest shooter in Call of Duty history. He's such a likable guy, and he uses all of it to his advantage to get whatever he wants. And all it's equated to is lackluster champs performances, 0 rings, and 2 championships in 5 years, with every single situation tailor-made to what you want. You're getting Shotzi, you're getting Huke, you're getting Illy, you're getting this guy, you're getting that guy, you're getting Scump. You're doing everything that you want. And I think this is just the Optic culture. And I think Brandon's the biggest culprit of this culture in that building. He will always drop great numbers. If you're that guy, Brandon, and I know that you can be that guy, you got to start playing to win. You got to stop playing for kills. You got to start being more of a team player. Everything is a team shot. I think that Optic, again, just like every other year, and it's like the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. Every year, everyone thinks they're going to be so good because they get all these great slayers. And I'm telling you, I've seen this for the last 10 years, Pat. We beat them with you having stitches in your thumb, and you had no sleep. And we had to beat them in 2 best-of-5s, and they had a dynasty squad just like they always did, right?
I'm different.
There's certain people that are different, like Kismet, who we're alluding to right now, right? Like Dashy, to me, you got to change your ways, man. You continuously repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again. You've been benched countless times. You keep on getting bailouts from Hector. Hector keeps on bringing you back up. Like, you got to take your accountability, Brandon. And I'm saying this in terms of love because I believe in Brandon. I love Brandon. I think he's a great dude. Straightest shot in Call of Duty history. That's some wasted talent if you don't get a ring, bro. You're only going to get that ring if you change the way you're going about it. If Optic Gaming keeps Dashy and Shotzi and picks up Pred, I'll say it right now, they're never going to win anything. I'll bet my house on it. By the way, the coaches are getting fired. Rambo's not in there anymore. They're trying to figure out a new coach. They got Karma making these cameo appearances. Let's call this for what it is, guys. It's all just some hype. It's just some hype. This is all hype to get clout and engagement. This is literally all it is. If you guys are actually about it, if Karma wants to be the coach, Karma should be all in with the coaching. You should be enforcing the culture. If no one wants to fall in line with Karma's culture, you bench them. You don't bring them back in. You got to set a precedent. You can't enable these guys to just walk through life making all this money without getting any accolades, man. 2 championships in 5 years for someone like Brandon is unacceptable. I need more out of him. I expect more from Brandon.
And as you can imagine, Dashy wasn't too happy to hear all this, so he gave his response, and the instant ratio was met. As Doug quote tweeted this clip saying, "I love Dashy. I always saw unlimited potential in him. Hopefully he takes us the right way. New reverse sweep." Dashy did not take it the right way. Say whatever BS to stay relevant in this community because the gameplay surely isn't doing it, brother. To which Doug said, "You're right. I've been in challengers for years fighting for a spot. Hopefully I get mine soon and I can put you in the place you deserve to be." Brandon responds to that saying, "Maybe next year is the one, bro. Keep at it." And I read that in a sarcastic tone. I don't know about you guys, but I read that sarcastically. I could be incorrect, but I'm pretty sure that was sarcasm. To which Doug said, "Appreciate it." And I will say, Doug stirred the pot, but he did give his praise in the clip and in the tweet. Like, I think he did it probably about as fair as one can, but to play devil's advocate, there are going to be people that agree and disagree with that take on Dashy. But if you're Dashy coming off post-COD champs, maybe getting ready for a bit of a vacation as the roster shuffles impending, I mean, they're about to happen, right? And you're approaching a new Call of Duty title, trying to relax, and the first episode post-CDL champs comes out, and you're the target of Doug Censor Martin, there is no way you're going to take that in a positive fashion, right? I think I can understand both sides have their valid points, but if you're getting called out by Doug, you're probably going to say something back, right? It's just almost a given.
Yeah, this stuff, I mean, I don't really get it, but I mean, this is what you guys want to see. I can imagine. This was the fucking beef that went down yesterday. I mean, Brandon started going in. Brandon said, I'm not taking this disrespect right now, ladies and gentlemen. Say whatever BS to stay relevant in this community because the gameplay surely isn't doing it, brother. I know exactly how Brandon said that. He said, brother. Like, dude, Brandon is comedy. I've been in challengers for years fighting for a spot. Hopefully I get mine soon and I can put you in the place you deserve to be. Then Brandon said, maybe next year is the one, bro. Keep at it. Appreciate it. I mean, this shit was just comedy, honestly. I mean, the one thing that I don't really understand, so this is just me speaking, like, you guys know me. I try to stay out of drama as much as I can. But like, I don't understand the take by Doug because, like, obviously, yeah, I have one ring, whatever. But if you take rings out of the equation, which I know people don't because they think Call of Duty's fucking the NFL where there's just the Super Bowl every year. There's other tournaments as well. I mean, Optic is the most winning Call of Duty org ever. If you exclude rings. That's what I don't really get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Yeah, I got one ring, whatever. Well, like, I don't really get the culture thing. The Optic culture, I could see it. I think Rab summed it up best when he said the Optic has kind of lost that edge they had since Crimla. I mean, yeah, during the CDL, it's been tough. Don't get me wrong. It's been a tough run, and these all got deleted, so these people were probably just going fucking rogue. But yeah, during the CDL, it's been rough, but still.
But it also is a tough space to be in. There's never going to be an easy way to give valid criticism to Call of Duty Pro players, especially if you are a former Call of Duty Pro player who maybe hasn't reached the expectations that you set for yourself in someone like Censor. So he might have some valid opinions on Dashy. I think a lot of people would agree with that, but it's an easy clapback for Call of Duty active pro players who are actually in the league doing something that Doug has been striving to get to for so long now. Either way, it's fun, okay? Looking back at these two go back and forth at each other, knowing that neither one of them should probably take this too seriously, it's just freaking fun seeing Dashy versus Censor on the timeline, all right? We will see what the future of Dashy is. We'll see if he takes Censor's advice to heart, and we'll also see what the future of Censor is. Will he get back to the Call of Duty League, guys? Huh? Till next time, drink your water and coffee, all right? Catch you back here sometime soon.